friends, how are you today? I'm not at home, in case you hadn't guessed. I am at a cottage on Hope Bay, which is near Wyoming. Here, friends of ours have let us use this for a couple of days, and as you can see, it is right on the water. You can also see that the water is not very calm today. Let's walk down and have a look. Did you know that a lot of really interesting things happened with Jesus in water? He was baptized in water, of course, at the Jordan River. There's also a lot of neat things that happened with Jesus on lakes. And that's what this is. This is part of Georgian Bay, which is part of Lake Huron, really, when you think about it. And as you can see, it's pretty stormy up this bay. It's a bit choppy. Well, there's some pretty cool things that happen with Jesus on stormy water too. Two of them that I can think of. In one instance, Jesus' disciples are crossing the Sea of Galilee without Jesus. He's not in the boat with them. And it starts getting really choppy and wavy and stormy, and Jesus appears walking on the water. And I don't know if you know that story or not, but Jesus invites Peter to join him on the water. Peter says, "Jesus, if it's really you, tell me to come to you and I will." So Jesus says, "Sure, Peter, let's go for a stroll in the waves." And Peter gets out of the boat. And the Bible tells us that he actually did walk on water. But you know what? He got distracted. He got distracted by the wind and the waves. He started to sink. But Jesus reached down and grabbed a hold of him and pulled him back up and helped him get back in the boat. The other stormy story that this got me thinking of is from Luke chapter 8, where Jesus is in the boat with his disciples. They're crossing the Sea of Galilee, the same sea, and a storm comes up. A big storm, way bigger than this. Imagine waves 3 or 4 times this big, 5 times this big. And the disciples get scared because the wind is big and the waves are big and the boat is going to capsize. You know what? Jesus is sleeping in the front of the boat. And his disciples wake him. They shake him and say, "Jesus, get up, we're going to die." And in that story, Jesus looks out over the water from the bow of the ship, and he tells the wind and the waves to be calm and be still. And it does. So it would be like all of this suddenly being quiet, and the sun suddenly coming out and shining down upon the lake. And I've always thought that's a really cool story. Because this week in church, during our sermon, we're going to be talking about how God, or Jesus, is named Mighty God in Isaiah. That he would be powerful, that he would be strong. And that story of Jesus calming the waters and the storm reminds me of how powerful Jesus really is, of how strong he is, that even the winds and the waves obey him. That's the Jesus we serve. And that's what that story reminds me of. And that's what this wavy water reminded me of today. So I thought I would share it with you. Miss you guys. Hope you're all doing really, really well. I'll talk to you soon.